السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وأرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين. Human nature doesn't change. That's what we understand. These are the first revealed verses. It was maybe the first year of the messengership, maybe second at the most. And the verses are supporting the believers not to give in to the propaganda of the opponents of the revelation or of the opponents of the new message. So we see that all the descriptions in the verse as if accusing the others, but I don't see it as an accusation of the opponents of the prophet, but rather supporting the psychology of the believers, telling them that, look, what they say, what they do is nothing but just slander, just lies, not true. And they are making excuse of certain things, accusing the people, accusing the believers, but in fact, they have no reality. What we see today, I didn't want to go back to the verses that we studied. I am starting from the slanderer that goes about with defaming tales. It means they are not true what they are saying. Defaming tales. It means just slander, made up stories. Saying, look, these people are simple people. They are not real honorable people in the society. And they are just slaves. Mostly they accuse of them belong to a lower class in the society. That is nothing, that it has no reality, because this is the human nature. It is the human nature that you may be born into a poor family, you may be born into a slave family, or you may be born into a highly respected, noble, the society calls it, noble family. Doesn't matter. What you are is important. Whatever you are, you are. This is important. So I feel that these verses are supporting the psychology of the believers, saying that, look, what they are saying is nothing more than slandering and defaming the people and making up tales. It means see what they say has any reality or not. Now, this is the outside world. And also this following verse also, the preventer of good, transgressors, sinners. what does it mean, this? We don't see that the people don't seem to be preventing the good, as if. But don't we see that it depends on what we mean by good? What do we understand from good? Preventer of good. What is good for human beings? Depending on your definition of good. Some people may say, doing some sort of social activities is good. Yes, it is good. But the real good is to help human beings build their personality in a way that is appropriate for human needs or the purpose of human existence. Appropriate. So they are preventing the people from finding out what is good for them as human beings, but they may be doing some other good activities, outward the good activities, but in fact preventing them from realizing what they are for in this world. Exactly, human beings. So we have to define what good is for us. If we let me see this one also, the last verse also. Let's include the last verse also. Cruel, and in addition to all this, utterly useless. But they don't seem to be utterly useless. They don't seem to be. So we see the people, they are maybe experts on certain subjects. What they are doing it may be good for the benefit of human beings, but materially, as far as this world is concerned, or worldly life is concerned, when the Quran says they are utterly useless, they are cruel. In fact, they are cruel, they are useless as far as the real nature of human beings are concerned. Because purpose of the Quran is what? Again, we have to go back for a very short period of time. Why does God speak to human beings? Why is there a need, such a need? Why? Anyone would like to say? Sorry?
A reminder?
Reminder what? Reminder, yes, what? Reminding what?
Me.
Reminding what?
Reminding me of my true nature?
Yeah, what is your true nature? How do you, yes, you're right. Go ahead. What is your true nature? What? I mean, everybody says, no, do you think somebody will say that I'm not really reminding you your true nature? They say true nature for me is to entertain myself in the world, yeah, or only entertainment. What is true nature that you would like to really understand? Anyone? So why are we created here in this world? Why are we put in this body? Why? And why are we really presented all these things in front of us? Why do you think? The universe, everything, thousands, millions of different kinds of creatures.
To question its existence.
To
Question its existence.
And when you question, these are all nice starts. When you question the existence, their existence, what do you benefit from it? What do you learn from it when you question it?
Its purpose to some degree.
Sorry?
Its purpose.
Its purpose in
Existing.
Existing. What do you think the purpose in existing is?
Well, that's what we're trying to define, right? Like that's what we're trying to understand.
Yeah, we should question.
Right.
When we question it, why do you exist? What are you doing here? Because we always say, okay, before I go further, I think you wanted to say something. Did you give up? Or?
We question it to learn about its creator, to learn about what put it there in the first place, and the connection that that thing has to me. And that's what I'm trying to establish and to learn through questioning, through existential questioning.
Related to me. This question is related to me. You know, my being, the human beings, why are we here on earth? Yeah?
I don't think we'll ever know the why part. I mean, I thought we discussed that we can't really understand the why behind it, but we can question and try to understand our purpose here and where we came from, and that will also give us an understanding of where we're going. So it's not just what am I doing now, but also what does this mean to me, and what is going to become of me? For me as a human person, that's something that I'm worried about.
Mm-hmm. So I agree with you that we cannot start with why question. We have to start with how question. How come that I am aware of my existence and I am aware of the existence of other beings around me? How come? That is very important. So we understand that this, especially human consciousness, being aware of my existence, human consciousness, that I exist. And my other qualities exist, and the qualities of other beings exist. That is human consciousness. And human consciousness further asks the question, how do they exist? How do I exist? And then human consciousness again requires, yes, we understand, let's say, we cannot exist by ourselves, so we have a creator, and the things have many other qualities, and these qualities don't exist, cannot exist by themselves. So we conclude that from there, they are coming from somewhere which is not within the universe. That is what we have to conclude, because for the reason there is no other way to accept it. The universe is coming from somewhere that is not within the universe itself. So something out of the universe, or not of the nature of the universe, has given existence to the universe. I understand now. So afterwards, human consciousness asks, why is it so? Why is it so? Now, we don't, I understand your sensitivity about being not asking the question why. If why question, that is, by the way, and a side note, why question cannot be referred to the creator. Like, oh creator, why did you create this human being, for example, or why did you create me? This is invalid. This is not a valid question because you cannot really address the Creator. But you can question the existence of the thing itself. Why do I think through my consciousness that this thing has these qualities? I understood that they are given, these qualities are given to these objects. Why do you think they are created? Why I am asking myself. Why do I think they are created with certain qualities, each of which is completely different from the others? Although they have commonalities, but it doesn't mean that they are the same functioning. They have different functions. But for example, every animal, almost, the big animals, I don't know the small ones, but the big ones, have eyes to see. Why do I think that the one who created them with eyes created them with the ability to see and endowed them, has given them the tool to see? Especially myself. Why do I see? Why do I hear? Why do I think? So when I after how, of course, how must be established first. The question how must be established first. And then ask why question. We understand that there must be a purpose in its creation. This purpose is very simple. Very simple as far as we are concerned. By becoming aware of the qualities of the beings, I am becoming aware of the qualities of the Maker. So the main purpose for human being is to ask and become aware where he or she belongs to. If you really think what your purpose of existence is, very simple. You to become aware where you belong to. Very simple. To whom you belong. Or more appropriate, whom do you belong to? Question. This is what all what human beings need to learn, actually. Very simple. We call them worship of God. As these are the results. Worshipping God alone. These are the results. If you know that I belong to the one who created this universe with enormous capacity, enormous qualities, enormous, then this is good only to know, for me, to know that I belong to this Creator. That is the solution for all human problems.
I feel that that's a little incomplete, though. Like, what is it any good to just know something and that's it? Like, there must be something that I'm expecting to get out of that knowledge. What would that be?
That is what human being is. If you know whom you belong to, so you start defining your existence accordingly and live in this world accordingly. That's it. What are you going to do? What else are you going to do? Live accordingly. What does it mean, live accordingly? For example, whom do you belong to? the creator of the universe. So how about your human qualities? They are given to me by the creator of the universe. So whatever you are given in this world, they are all given to you by the creator of the universe. Now what will happen? You will admit that, you will accept that, and interact with the rest of the universe accordingly. You shouldn't say that, I'm not, that's what I have. I am a human being. I have 2 arms. I have 2 ears. Example. I have 1 tongue. And I speak with my tongue. So what? They are pointless. But when you understand that the one who gave me the ear, who gave me the eyes, who gave me the tongue, why does he give them to me? So the question is, the answer to this question is very simple. How I come to know who my Lord is. That is the gist, the crux of worship. So you act accordingly, because you are here in this world to act. You are not only thinking like this and doing nothing. You act. For example, you use your eyes, you see the things, you hear, you speak with your tongue, and you say, my creator has given all this to me. And of course, the human relationship with the creator requires that you will be indebted to him. That is the foundation of worship of God. And then you carry on. Of course, you question. So if I belong to the creator of the universe, if everything is given to us or to the things around us by him, the purpose to get to know him. So what shall I do after getting to know him? In this world, what do we do? Accordingly, I will act. I will live accordingly. For example, I cannot say that this is my feeling, I can do anything I want. This is my body, I can do anything I want. I cannot say that. It's because I am aware that they don't belong to me. If you want to make any good, that was the point we want to come here. So they have no good preventer of good, but the people of the world don't seem to be preventing the good, but we are trying to define what good is for human beings. What good is for human beings? To let me know where I belong to. And it will become, my life will become meaningful. Otherwise, my life will have no meaning. So whatever you give me, even you feed me every day with chocolate, every day with chocolate, does it give you meaning? Will you be happy? Will you get rid of the stress, depressions, worries, because you have everyday chocolate? No, you will get fed up with chocolate at the end. And you won't have any meaning. Yes, I like chocolate. It is beautiful, but it doesn't mean that chocolate gives meaning to my existence, my life. So what is good is to know that I belong to the absolute creator of the universe. If you really think about it, as soon as you are convinced that you belong to the absolute creator, you are empowered. But we may not appreciate it. We may underestimate the importance of realizing that I belong to an absolute being. There will be no worry left. Think about it seriously. I say, go to your room and concentrate on your reality. Think about it, and you will understand that as soon as you realize that you belong to the absolute being, no end, that is eternal, you belong to the eternal one, absolute one, all your human worries will disappear. Unfortunately, practically, we don't appreciate it because we are after minor satisfactions. I belong to the absolute being, but I want this job. We are playing very small game. Very small game. You want this job, okay, you get the job. What happens 2 years later, you will get fed up with it. Or 10 years later, you will change it. You won't like it anymore. 20 years, 30 years later, you will be retiring or waiting for death. Doesn't help you. Okay. We have to pray. After your comment, question, whatever.
Just a comment from a past concept that we always renew and remind each other of for this, the purpose of why guidance needs to be given to us, and then this question of who do we belong to, and if we can secure that question, then that's the solution for all human problems. Something that came to my mind was the reminder that we have as human beings, we have a constant need to secure our existence, to feel secure that the stuff that we can't guarantee for our future, our well-being, the well-being of the ones that we love, as the days constantly change moving forward, we have a constant need to secure our emotions, our needs for health, security. And since we have such a yearning, renewed need to secure our existence with a source that can guarantee, and we know we can't guarantee, the transient beings around us can't guarantee anything for us, nothing is guaranteed, then offers this question of who do we belong to as a way to calm or secure that yearning question, to secure our existence with the one who owns the entire universe, which is very calming. And it offers a guarantee to that endless cycle of need within us that circulates.
That just summarizes what we have been saying. Thank you very much. Again, I feel that we are underestimating the importance of finding one's source of existence. That is why it doesn't seem to be satisfactory. Because we are lost in small, minor things, maybe the color of my shoes or my friend's relationship with me, these kind of small things. That's why we don't appreciate. If I am sure that I belong to the absolute one, every worry goes away, because this is my Lord, this is my owner, I belong to him. Death doesn't matter, because he is just taking me from one stage, one phase of existence into another. There's no problem. There should be no problem for me. So good, if you want to make any good to anybody, introduce this person to his absolute owner. Then he must, I feel that practically, no, it is not, and I understand that I belong to the absolute being, but still I have many worries. This is not what a human being should be doing, but unfortunately, we are obsessed by small, minor temporary satisfactions, we don't see the big picture. We don't ask the question, for example, I want this. I have to be successful in this matter. Okay. We don't see, we don't question. So what? Afterwards, what will happen? Afterwards, what will happen? At the end, you will die. So unless you find your absolute source of existence, I belong to him. So everything is a present from him to me. Everything is a means which introduce their creator, the absolute being, to me. They are all serving me now, introducing my creator to me, to make sure that my existence is secured. That is good. But the people who are concerned with the world only and decided that life consists of only this world, they don't really see the point in finding the absolute source of existence of human beings. They don't see it. They don't appreciate it. They say, what are you talking about? This is not realistic. They say, this is not real. For example, I have to have food to eat. I have to have a shelter to live. I have to have something, a certain income to just cover up my expenses, my needs, so that I can do my shoppings, so whatever I need to buy. But we don't question. Yes, you can do it. You can do it. And how long? Life is so short. For how long are you going to do it? And what will happen to you? Still, you are going to go into, if you don't take notice of your creator, you are going to fall into annihilation. And at the end, everything you have will become purposeless, pointless. Let's say, who had a wonderful dinner yesterday or last week? Who had? You had a wonderful dinner. It's gone. Isn't it?
Still a little left in the refrigerator.
But gone. Gone. You cannot keep it. So you don't feel secure in your existence. Just because you had a wonderful dinner yesterday, it doesn't make your existence today secure. On the contrary, it makes you feel even worse. I had a wonderful dinner, it is gone. And what is left to me? Nothing. Nothing serious. What am I doing then? I am trying to have a wonderful dinner tomorrow as well. But you know that before you have the dinner, you enjoy the dinner, you know that the day after it will be gone. How can you get the satisfaction? So we have to define what good is for human beings. So the people who don't see this, the importance of this affiliation with the absolute source or being belong to the absolute source, for them, they think that they are doing something good to the society, to other people. And the prophets come with the message saying that the prophets say, unless you find your Lord, your creator, your owner, you will never have any pleasure in this world. Life. You won't have any pleasure from your life. They see contradictory there. That is the conflict, source of conflict between the prophets and their opponents. And it still happens. It still happens now. Anybody who doesn't pay attention to the prophetic message, they call us for the word satisfaction and say that this is the reality. The prophets are coming with the message which doesn't have reality. They will say, this is the story, the verse will continue, then inshallah we'll study after prayer. This is the story or the tales of the ancient people. They will say. But inshallah after prayer, we will go into the prayer, into the verses. Inshallah. Thank you. Let's pray. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. You know the difference between a certain amount of money and, don't say this is a bad example, and limitless credit card. Limitless. And you don't have to pay back. Which one is bigger? $1 million or limitless credit card? Which one is more valuable?
1 million.
1 million limitless credit card.
Well, in my opinion, the 1 million is much more valuable because it's an actual.
The limitless credit card also you go and get 1 million, withdraw it. Limitless.
But I have to pay it back.
No, you don't have to pay. Example. This is an example. Free. You know the difference? No one will say that, for example, I don't have much money in my pocket, but I have a limitless credit card. Do I bother about anything? Yeah, let's assume that this is the word. You can your credit card passes or is valid everywhere. Yeah, right. Which one is better? To have a lot of money in your pocket or to have one limitless card?
One limitless card.
Sure.
Yeah.
We know this, huh? Logically, we know this. Logically, we know this. Okay. We know that at the same time, practically speaking, when I understand and I am convinced that even I am not convinced, but let's assume that yes, I am convinced that my being belongs to the absolute one, limitless one, infinite one. I belong to him. He gave me existence. He is putting me through this existence, this life. And he provided this universe for me. And at the end, he will take me away from this world. I belong to him. My source is limitless. Right? Now, this is practical. My question is this. Don't be shy. I am struggling with this as well, myself. This question. Let's assume that every one of us, well, every person say, yes, I am convinced that I belong to the absolute one. Which one makes you happier? You belong to the absolute one, or you will get married with the one whom you like? Which one? Practically speaking. Say it again. The second one, eh?
No, the first.
The first one?
Yeah, the absolute. You belong to the absolute.
So really, do you really feel that when you realize that you belong to the absolute one, you don't worry for the rest? It doesn't mean that you shouldn't do. You shouldn't try to get the job. You shouldn't try to graduate. You shouldn't try to, for example, find the dinner, etc., or to get the best clothes you want. You shouldn't, no. But these are not important. For example, you have the limitless card, but you may have another $100 or $1,000 in your pockets, all right? But it's not important to have $100, $1,000 in your pocket. It's not important because you have a limitless card. And it is valid everywhere. And you don't have to pay back. The card takes care of itself. Let's say you belong to an Arab sheikh or whatever. That's your father. But limitless. So, practically speaking, practically speaking, do we really feel it? No, no, who would like to share his feeling? Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever thought about it? Look, I can try my best to do something in this world, be successful somehow, but these are not important. Then I will try. Yes, I will. Definitely. When I am hungry, I will look for food. Definitely. But these are not my prime concern. I know I belong to the Absolute, and I don't care. Do you have discomfort? This is, think about it and get your answer. And if your answer is not positive, no, I'm not really, I won't be happy even if I belong to the Absolute One, but if I don't get what I want in this world. If you say this, there is a problem. But try in your own life. You will understand what is the difference between what the prophets are struggling to convey the message to people, to teach people, and what the opponents are saying. And all these descriptions we will read, even further description of the opponents, how they really attack the believers, how they really attack the prophets and their teachings, prophets' teachings, why these conflicts are going on. It is not that everybody is consciously heinous, treacherous, wants to harm the people. No, no. For example, the famous Islamic history, the famous one, Abu Sufyan, Abu Jahl, the famous opponents of the, well, notorious opponents of the Prophet, they were not saying that, no, we should harm people. No, they were worrying that the society will lose its stability. They were worrying about the betterment of the human beings in the society. They were seeing that the Prophet was causing problem in the society, destroying everything upside down, putting the slaves on the top. They don't understand anything. Slaves. They must just do whatever the Lords ask them, owners ask them to do. That's it. But the Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad, for them Muhammad, came and destroyed all our societal values. That was their worry. They were sincere worry. They were sincere. They don't want to disturb the society. But the Prophet said, no, you are wrong. You have to realize something else. The purpose of life is different. You know that this world is going to be destroyed. They say, what are you talking about? The world is all right. Every morning we wake up and the sun is there. Why do you emphasize on the transient nature of this world? The conflict was not that they had really bad intention. For example, I want to benefit or harm you in order to benefit myself. But the Prophet is opposing them, and the interest conflict is taking place. Interest conflict, no. They thought this is good for the society. This is good for, this is their inherited culture, and it seems to be working. Why should we disturb it? Why should we destroy it? But worshipping the idols, these are a little bit exaggerated subjects. The main problem of the conflict between the prophet and the others were the status of the people in the society. It means slavery is inhuman. No one is different from the others by birth. Everybody is born out of a male and female, mother and father. Everybody is equal. That was the main problem, main conflict between the prophet's teaching and the opponents. They didn't accept that. They said, no, I am a noble family background, lineage, noble lineage. These people don't know. They are ignorant people. So they must be just the servants. But we must be the rulers. We must be the one who is really taking care of the society. We know from our family background. They don't know. Main problem was this. And the main reason, if you look at the history carefully, why Islam spread so fast was this. Because everyone who were not claiming to be noble find this idea correct and automatically supported from their heart. Physically, they may not be able to do that because they belong to a certain society, but they said these people from Arabian Peninsula, the Bedouins, Arab Bedouins, say that everybody must be treated equally. That's correct. So when the armies get together, those people who were not claiming to be nobles, they were hoping that the Arabs will be the winners. This is what I mean? Although they were on the opposite army. So they were not really fighting, really, against the Arab Bedouins. That's why a third, even a quarter of the very Bedouin primitive soldiers won the most powerful army of the age. From inside, support came. Because of this, very simple. So why I say this? Those people who oppose the prophet, they are attacking the prophetic message, thinking that they are doing something good. Are they really innocent? No. Because they should stop claiming that they are superior. They should question why they should be the superior ones. They should question, but they don't want to question their status. That's why they made a mistake. They were not innocent. Otherwise, according to their criterion, they were right. So we see that the same things are going on now. For example, if you look at the people now around us, what they say, the first society and then our own ego, we will come to the ego, what they say, these Muslims are really harmful people. terrorists, or they have the obsession of sword. The wisdoms means really they are superior, and they have the understanding of sword, so that they will convert everybody, and this is harmful for the society. So let us get rid of them, shut them down. We shouldn't give them opportunities. That's what they think normally. Now, this is outside. I don't like speaking outside words, ideas, and opinions about wisdoms, but that is what they think. They may be sincere in their thinking. Doesn't matter. They have to concentrate on their reality and see what the message is. But if they don't do it, they will be losers for themselves. Now, let's come to the human ego now, inside. What human egoistic desires ask us? What do they say? I want eternal happiness. My ego wants the best dinner. Right? And I want eternal security in my existence. My ego wants appreciation from my friends, from my relatives. And a very simple, very small amount of people around me. Not everybody knows me. My relatives, my parents, my, I don't know, uncle or auntie or somebody else in my close circle, relatives will say that, oh, this man is a great man. It's very simple. That's what human ego wants. So we have to be aware of it. And human ego says, okay, it may be right, you may be right, but this is very important. You've got to have it. Otherwise, you won't be happy, such and such. Whatever the excuses human ego has. Everybody has something in his heart. I want to establish a new profession or new job, or I want to get married, or I want to have certain amount of money and buy this and that. Everybody has some sort of interest, and the human ego says, forget about this eternal life or anything, because you have to have it now. If you don't have it, you will be the loser. The conflict within us takes place like that. We have to be aware of it, and we shouldn't really listen to our egoistic expectations. It doesn't. Again, there is no need to say it is obvious, but still, I have to work for it. I have to struggle, but these are the egoistic desires, are not the essential desires for human beings. The most important thing is you got an absolute creator. Your life in this world is transient, but your existence is not transient. Of course, you will be trained in this world and transferred into another type of creation, and everything in the world is prepared for you to help you get to know who your Lord is, who your owner is, whom you belong to. All the message, the main message. What else the Quran brings to us? Everything boils down to this fundamental belief system that God is one, that God reveals his message to us through everything, that God speaks to human beings to help them understand what their reality is and employs messengers, and the eternal life is waiting for us. So get ready for the eternal life. that this life is only to prepare ourselves for the eternal life. Why? Because we belong to eternity. This is a training place. We don't belong to here, this kind of creation. This kind of creation is a very temporary and simple creation. There is, according to the capacity of the absolute creator of this universe, look how beautiful it is. His absoluteness requires a perfect happiness to prepare a perfect life for us, because we want it. We want a perfect life, don't we? Don't we want eternal happiness? Everything must be perfect. Don't you want it? This desire is given to you by your creator. It is a promise that he is going to create a world like this. Prepare yourself for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. But if you deny, if you don't learn, you learn nothing. I always give this example. For example, let's say anybody who is studying now a particular subject. Anybody? What are you studying?
Biology.
Biology. Okay. Now you are going to the class. It's very simple, but you have to understand the human nature. You go to the class to learn something that you didn't know. Yeah. But after professor teaches you what you do, you understand. You become aware of it. If you didn't take the class, you will know that you have the potentiality to learn. You have the potentiality to learn, but you didn't learn it. Even you don't know what you have not learned. Do you understand? Is the example clear? Even you wouldn't know what you have not learned it if you had not taken the class. Exactly, that is human nature. That's how we are. If we don't really acknowledge our creator, if we don't really introduce the qualities of our creator to ourselves and become aware of it, if we don't pay attention to the creation and through the creation, how the creator is revealing himself to me, I would not know. When I die, my quality, my capacity, my human capacity will be as much as I have learned here. It's very simple. If you are taking biology classes. No, if you don't go to the class, if you don't learn, after 4 years, you get your final year and your degree. And the degree says what? Fail. It means you don't know. You have not learned it. Exactly, in the same way, that's how we are. We are potentially able to understand, to get to know who our Lord is, who our owner is, who our creator is. We know that potentially we are able to learn it. But if we don't pay attention to it, what happens? We don't learn it. And when I die, when I graduate, I say, I don't say I die, I graduate from this school of the world. If I learn something, yes, I am aware of it. If I have not learned something, I'm not aware of it. That's what the next world will be. Hell, paradise is all this. You wouldn't know or you will know. You wouldn't really, either you will know that your creator is so generous and really treating you well, or you wouldn't know that you have even the Creator. You wouldn't know which kind of generosity he is, which kind of really blessings he is offering us. We wouldn't know. We have to prepare ourselves for it. We have to pay attention to it. We have to introduce the Creator to us. So our capacity is ready there. So is there any limit in learning biology, do you think? No? Yes. No. So you keep learning, you keep learning, you keep learning. You know that. But if you don't learn it, you know that you have not learned it. You are aware of it. That is hell. That is hell. You know that you are deprived of many blessings of the Creator because you are not aware of it. Because you have not introduced yourself to it. You have not educated. If you have not educated, of course. That is the struggle of the prophets. Those people who are opposing it, they don't see this point. They don't see this point. They say, our life is in this world, and we have to entertain our life here as we are. And that we will be happy, try to be happy until we die. And then everything will be over. That's what that's word is. That's why they were fighting against the prophets and insulting them, looking down at them, diminishing their values, insulting. Don't you see the same things happening now? Right? So the Quran says that they are cruel, they are utterly useless. Don't worry about what they say, but take notice of your responsibility and try to learn what the prophet is teaching you. Try to learn. It's very simple. Attaching yourself to God and living accordingly, not attributing any value to yourself. It seems to be very simple. Yes, it is. It is very simple. Everything belongs to God, nothing belongs to me. Can you say that? Can you live like this? Everything belongs to my Creator, nothing belongs to me. Is it easy? Practically not at all. Not at all. We just forget it because we don't have the training, unfortunately. Although we may claim to be Muslims, but claiming to be Muslims, maybe doing some religious duties, in fact, not very helpful. Doesn't help you. If you don't have the intention to get to know who your Creator is, if you don't have this intention to train yourself, you can pray only saying that I prayed, so I have fulfilled as if I paid my tax, I'm done. Something like that. But it doesn't help you introduce your Creator to your spirit, to yourself. It doesn't help you. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't pray. That is, don't misunderstand. But while you are praying, while you are doing your religious duties, never forget that you have to train yourself to introduce your Creator to your spirit. So you have to get to know Him better to make an convinced relationship between you and your Creator. You will be really comfortable if you really become aware that your Creator is the one who gives everything to you. You don't get anything yourself. You think that you are gaining, everything is created by him. Everything is given by him. When you realize this, the happiest man, you will be in the world, the happiest man. But realization seems to be simple, but not really practically, because we don't think of religion in these terms, introducing your creator to yourself. What is religion? What is religion? What is the main message of the prophets? This one. Introducing yourself to your creator, or other way around. Introducing your creator to your own soul, spirit. Very simple. I would like to, not much, but quickly go over this one, the following one. So, simply because he possesses wealth and children. Why they do that? Because very, very simple. Of course, we have to pay attention. What is the alternative of possessing wealth and children? What is the alternative to possessing wealth and children?
Given wealth and children.
Yeah, given wealth and children. Yeah, that is correct. Now, yeah.
The lack thereof.
Sorry?
The lack thereof, like to not have wealth nor children. Like the absence of these things is what I'm saying. It would be the opposite.
He says the opposite, not to have it, to lack it.
Not to have children and wealth.
Right.
What are, if you don't have wealth and children, why do you think this world is full of wealth and children? Why shouldn't you have it? But because, would you like to cut off your arms?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that.
Whatever is given, yeah. I think you need, you meant something else.
So you were asking something, but I
Okay.
misunderstood.
Okay, no. Wealth and children as opposed to your God, the truth, the reality of this world, reality of this existence. What are you going to do with the wealth and children? Who lived with wealth in this world? What happened? The health is I don't know, the richest man. What happened? What happened to them? Where are they?
He died.
And when they die, what happens?
They're no longer here. All their wealth diminishes.
The relationship between their wealth. Children means in this context support. Maybe political support or family support, whatever, a friendship, your position, maybe in the society. So the children means that this is the support. But practically speaking, in those days, when the revelation was first revealed, the children were really their most precious feature, support, their security. So don't you see that still in our heart, we think that if we have more wealth, we will be better off. Check yourself. Check yourself. If I have, everybody will say to himself, if I have more wealth, I will be better off. The criterion is what? Wealth. Every one of us struggle to get more. Every one of us. I'm not saying I don't. That's what we think. If I have it, if I have more wealth, I will be better off. The Quran says, you should not, yes, you may have wealth. Whatever is given to you, you will have it. Yeah, you will try to not to be in need of anybody's help, just self-sufficient at least. Well, you will do that. You will do it. Everybody does it. There is no need to encourage anybody that no, you have to work and get money. Everybody is working. Everybody is struggling for it. No one needs the help, support, or encouragement. But what we need, we miss the main point. We miss the main point. If I have the wealth, I will be more powerful, I think. But in fact, who is the most powerful one? In fact, really, how do you see yourself that if I had this, I will be the most powerful one? What do you have? What do you need to have? Is my question clear? What would you have in order to be most powerful person?
According to who?
According to your understanding.
I would want the support of the most powerful person or thing or being.
Make it clear.
I would want the support of the creator.
Support of the creator, did you say?
Yeah.
Support of the creator.
Yes.
So, but this support of the creator comes to you how?
It comes through.
Yeah.
It comes.
How does it come to you?
It comes through my environment. It comes through everything around me.
No, well, I understand.
Okay.
It is my question. I have the answer in my mind.
Okay.
So when you open yourself, it comes to you. If you don't open yourself, it is there but doesn't come to you. You won't be aware of it.
Oh, when I ask for it.
Yeah. When you ask for it,
yes,
it comes to you.
Yeah.
If you don't ask for it, the creator is there, the universe is there, the creator is there, has created everything, but if you don't really ask for it, you don't realize.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's very easy to connect yourself to the creator with one condition: you have to open up. You have to introduce yourself to him. Right?
Right.
Otherwise, we think, or our ego thinks that you have to have the means, material means, wealth, support, or support of the family, etc., etc. Whatever you understand from support. That is the conflict we are going through. Now, very simple. Whenever our messages are conveyed to him, he says, tales of ancient times. Yeah, we shall brand him with indelible disgrace. So, why do they say the tales of ancient? The people made up stories. For example, it seems to be very simple. Look, it seems to be very simple. In your whole education system, who refers, or what science, what social subject, science subject refers to the eternity of our life?
None.
What science, social or science subject refers to the absolute creator?
None.
even no exception, no exception. Even in, not all, in theology departments, they study religious sources as an historical document. They study Bible, they study Torah, they study Quran as historical documents, not related to the eternal and nothing to do with the eternity of our existence. No discipline talks about eternity of our existence. Isn't that strange? We are being educated through this system. That's why our mind is fixed with temporary benefits, worldly benefits, wealth, honor, dignity in the family. If you belong to a little bit extended Pakistani family, your honor in the family is the most important. What they will say. My son is the engineer. He succeeded. He got a good job. Who will know it? 20 people? 10 people? Your uncle, your relatives, your cousins. That's it. No one will know when you are walking in the streets of Manhattan that you are an engineer or not, you are rich, you are poor. Who cares? Just most of the people live in this world in order to get the appreciation of 20 people around him. Is it worth it? This world, all education system, the value of this world in this civilization, everywhere, in this civilization, our minds, our heart, our spirit have been educated, indoctrinated, conditioned to see the world as a temporary place and nothing else. Nothing else. No absolute creator. Our existence is eternal and the life will carry on. This is the transient, this is a place of transience, this world. No one talks about it. Actually, it seems to be very simple. Yes, it is simple. The difference is simple between what the prophets teach, what the civilization teach. Totally diametrically contradictory. Prophets say, look, this world is a training center. Get ready for your eternal life. Because you have an eternal creator. Your existence is eternal. You belong to the eternal one. Prophets say. On the contrary, the whole civilization say, you have to entertain your life in this world until you die. And afterwards, nothing. Don't you see that this contradiction? And we are the products of this civilization. It is not easy. So when we read the text like this, we have to take it. Is it really the tales of ancient times? It means eternal life. We will be resurrected. We will be treated in another type of creation. Is it a tale? Is it really true? I have to question this. I have to ask this question. Unfortunately, in the civilization, nothing reminds us this. We think that we are religious, yeah? We think that we believe in God, but our worldview is constructed on this world. And our emotional attachments are to this world. All our concerns are related to this world. Very simple. We have to pay attention to it. When we read this kind of verses, we have to take it to ourselves, inshallah, and try to see the effect of it in me. Exactly what I am doing. Exactly which kind of concerns I have. With what really excites me in this world first. Which one? For example, if there is your job requirement, yeah? Your job requirement, you have to be there at 9 o'clock, for example, in the office. Almost no one misses, right? So precise. That is correct. You are doing something right. But how about paying attention to what the messengers, or for example, in this particular case, the Qur'an is emphasizing on? Are we really that serious to bring the message of the Qur'an into our life? Try to understand what the message is. How many minutes, if any, a day? Last, I always say this, and I really believe in it. That's why I will repeat again. What prevents us to pay attention to the Quranic teaching? What? Be careful what I'm going to say. Our being religious prevents us from studying the Quran. Why? Because we are religious, we are pro-religion, and we do some religious activities. We say that I am done. What we do, we study fiqh rules to learn religion. We don't study these verses. These verses, we think that we passed. Because I believe in God, we passed. What you believe in God doesn't bring anything to your world. Right? You believe in God. I know that this shirt has been made by a person. Yeah, even in the manufacturing. I know that. If you ask me, yes, this shirt has a maker. Do you say that your shirt doesn't have a maker? Is there anybody? Have you ever thought of the maker when you wear the shirt? It doesn't occur to me. So this universe has a maker. I believe that. Yeah, but does it occur to me that I am living in this world which has a maker, and he is treating me in this world practically right now? So believe in God as the creator of the universe does not bring anything to your world. What are we expected to do? Practically in each action, interaction that we are having with the universe, must see it is the action of the Creator and His treatment of me. Practically, unless we practice the belief in our daily life, when you are breathing, when you are walking, do you see that this is the creation of the Absolute One? That is what your belief is. Otherwise, believing in the Creator, that the universe is a creator, is correct, is necessary, but it doesn't affect your life. That's what we don't notice. That's what we don't notice. Inshallah, this is a reminder that I am a religious person. I observe the religious rules, etc., whatever. So I am done is a very misleading concept. It may be harmful for you. It prevents you from further investigating. Inshallah, we have to be aware of it. Thank you very much. Jazakumullah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, inshallah. I'll see you next Wednesday. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.